Hello, thank you for joining me today as I made my way all the way through to Falkirk to look at the Falkirk wheel. So let's go and check it. There's a whole network of canals in Britain. You could travel for miles on your barge and have bags of fun. But here in Scotland there are 5. The Caledonian Canal, which goes from Inverness to Fort William via Fort Augustus, which is part loch, part canal, so Loch Ness and such, but be careful of Nessie. And you've got the Crinan Canal, which is a beautiful canal just south of Oban. Beautiful. If you get the chance to cycle it, it's beautiful. 7 miles, nice, peaceful and all sorts. The Monklands Canal, which is in Glasgow way, part of it's filled in, not much left, and I've never been, but I don't think you can enough use it. But then finally, there's the Forth and Clyde Canal, which goes from Greensmouth, which is about 4 miles that direction, all the way this way, about 25 miles, 30 miles, or thereabouts, through to Bowling, goes via Glasgow and all sorts. Then at this junction here, you got this one, the Union Canal, which goes from Falkirk, which is where we are now, all the way through this bit here, and all the way through there, through to Edinburgh, which is about 35 miles or thereabouts. The canal network was initially built for industry to get your product down the road or down the canal, but with British Rail coming into prominence, and rather than taking 2 weeks to get your stuff done to wherever you needed to go, you could get it there done in a day, and eventually trucks and lorries took their place, whatever. But now the usage of the canal declined over the years, and rather than being industry based, it's now like a pleasure based, where you can take your barge down to over for a bit of fun and fishing and such. But the big question is, why did they build this canal here? Brilliant question. Now, the Romans weren't stupid. They may have lived around the time where they thought the world was flat. They even may have lived through a time where they thought AC Milan were a decent team. But they'd conquered most of Europe, they'd conquered most of Britain, they'd even conquered Northern Africa, Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, these types of places. But now, when they came to Britain, they'd initially built a wall, which everyone knows about, called Hadrian's Wall, which goes from modern day Newcastle to modern day Carlisle, which is about 70 miles or thereabouts, and it's the shortest point between what is now modern day England. So when they came to modern day Scotland, fighting with the Picts and such, they even built a second wall under the emperor at the time, Antonine, which was Antonine's Wall. And not surprisingly, they built it on the shortest point of modern day Scotland, which goes roughly from Bowness over to Glasgow way. Now, the advantages of having a short wall as opposed to a long wall is you need less men to defend it, less barracks and such, which is why we are here at Rough Castle, which is one of the former, which is probably one of the former barracks of the, and which was on the Antonine's Wall, and it's probably the most preserved or kept as it was then. So I'll just take you a few pictures of it now. So, whereas Hadrian's Wall was a wall built of bricks and stone and stuff, which over the years farmers and builders and such have liberated and used them wherever, Anton's Wall was more of a ditch, and there was like a wall made of timber and such, and went across this part of Scotland. Now, obviously, still nowadays, work's gone on, and part of the ditch has disappeared. Parts can still be found around. Like here in Calendar Park, just beside Calendar House. So, the builders of the Forth and Clyde Canal obviously thought to themselves, boy, well, the Romans have done it, it's pretty much flat and such, why don't we just copy them and have a path roughly the same as them? Good thinking. So some boffin of an engineer designed this, and along with a lock that's a bit further up, it replaced the original 11 locks that was here before. The original set of 11 locks was located just near this pub. And from what I've gone to believe, the 11 locks went just behind, just up to where those flats are, just behind me. If we're lucky, we might even get to see a boat turning in this wheel, and if we're more unlucky, we might even get to see a boat in the lock a bit further up on the Union Canal. how can I travel all this way without at least checking out the kelpies?